Hey guys, and welcome to the Derby Career Mode Live episode number 33, and in this episode we have got some really big games coming up. We've got the first one against West Ham, then we got the final Europa League game, so depending on what the result is whether we come top or second, then Liverpool, and then I might play the Manchester City one. I'm not too sure, I've not decided yet. It depends on how much action does go down in those games, because after that we've got the January transfer window. I'm definitely going to look into bringing some new players in, potentially moving ABOUBAKAR on and a few other players that aren't quite getting that first team football to the highest of their quality. So going into the next game against West Ham, of course, I'm going to be playing this team because I want to rest my team for those bigger games coming up, and West Ham are currently in the relegation zone, so I believe this team, it's good enough. I think we'll do okay. If we get a 1-0 win, then I'm more than happy with that, so let's go into the game. So into the West Ham lineup we go here. Obviously Areola, the former Derby County goalkeeper, in goal for them, and they've got Bryson, and they have got someone else, Merkel as well. And Merkel, I was looking at him in between these two episodes. I've gone and scouted him because the rate his stats have grown, it looks quite silly, so I'm going to see what rating he is, because he might be like an 80 rated or something, because he had like 90 passes and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see in a few days. So oh shit, we always seem to concede like really scrambly goals like that. Like, it's really frustrating. I don't know why Van Aken was like really far out. It really didn't make much sense. I think it went through somebody's legs, and then Ross McCormack just quickly gets through. He gets his second goal of the season, so it kind of gives us a reason to like push in this game. We've got the 1-0 conceded now, so obviously there's a bit of chance in a good game now. Oh, Silerson, no. Oh, for like the first 15 minutes of this game, we have not even touched the West Ham half. They've been absolutely dominant. I don't know why I really made that many changes, because I'm pretty confident in winning that final Europa League game, but our league objective is only to come mid-table, so why is that a terrible ball? So I kind of don't want to miss out on the objective in the Europa League. As long as we hit our objectives, that's all that we need to do at the end of the day. But I would really like Champions League football for next season. But with these kind of results, obviously, we're not playing the strongest of teams. We've still got plenty of time to get back into it. Maybe, oh, that's a ridiculously good save from our former goalkeeper there. How is that not gone in? Let's just quickly watch this back. That is a ridiculously good save. Oh, going off when you threw it. Held him off. What? That's a red, surely. You're last man. If that isn't a red card, then there's something wrong. There's something wrong with this game. See if we can get something from this free kick here. Brady's got the ball. There we go, back in the game. I don't tend to take that many free kicks. Most of the time I just lay them off and let the player have a shot, because that way I'm a lot more confident. With a free kick, it changes all the time, obviously. Angle and loads of different stuff like that, so just laying it off like that, it's a lot more simple, and 9 times out of 10 they're not going to stop it anyway, so there's a good chance you can get a corner from it, or in our case a goal. And that's the full-time whistle there. Now we could have really done with that win, because it would have kept us in the top 6. I think we've actually dropped down to 7th now. So we just had Silerson's contract extended. He was on about 2 years when he signed for us at the start of the season. Now he was down to about 1.6. I really wanted to get out of that to about 3, so just extended it to that. It just means next season there's no worry of losing him, and I think he's been a pretty good goalkeeper. So we're going to go into our next game against this Norwegian team. Now, if we win, we are top, and if we lose, there's a chance that Lokomotiv Moscow can overtake us. I think even if we get a point, then I think we stay top, but it depends on goal difference and stuff like that. So we want to get the win, and that's why I made a lot of changes in the last game, just to rest up the team, obviously. So going to be playing the first team. Got Jarvis, Eunice, Hughes, Yukan, Goretzka, Kalas. Just better players. It's just a better team. That one that we just played, there was like Lingard and Bennett, players that aren't quite as good as I thought they were. I thought that Lingard would do quite nicely, but didn't really do that much, so I'm tempted to sell him in the January transfer window. I don't know who else. I'm definitely going to sell this guy, because his stats look insane there, but 75 strength, and he's 5'9", and we don't really need a right back, and I wouldn't really want to play him right back anyway, because he's only got 62 ball control, so he's kind of pointless. So I'm definitely going to look on to moving him on, and Bamford as well. So Just leave some comments on any players you ever want to see in this series, and I'll definitely add them to the short list. So let's go into the game and see how we do. Here we go, ABOUBAKAR, come on son. You got to score this. There we go, that's a goal. We needed that goal just before half time, just to make sure we go into the second half with a bit of a lead, because sometimes you start the second half, you're not quite up to the races, and you can concede a goal and just lose the game. So that's going to be a very vital goal to us. Only a second in the Europa League, and he plays every game. That's the annoying thing. So luckily we've got the January transfer window, so maybe getting a new striker might do that. So I don't know. And that's the half-time whistle there. We've got that goal just before half-time, which is very vital, because I don't want us to be playing Bayer Leverkusen in the next round, because that is a very tough game, and our objective is to reach the quarter-finals. Now, we need to win at least one knockout round, I think. I think it goes 16, then quarters, then of course semis, then final. It would be nice if we won this cup, but I don't think we can with the current squad. I think getting maybe a semi-final finish would be quite nice. Maybe we can get a goal here with ABOUBAKAR. Yes, we can. 2-0. Pretty much got the nail in the coffin now that we are going to be into the next round in the first position, which is very vital. So that's good to see, and it's nice to see ABOUBAKAR score a couple. He'll go through these games where he'll get a couple, then he won't score for about 5 games, then he'll get a couple. And I don't think that's enough. I think we need a goal a game. That's as simple as that. I don't think 2 in every 5. It's not good enough. So I'm definitely going to be looking at someone new. Maybe a little bit older, maybe like around the 30 mark, maybe even older, because there are a lot of strikers out there that aren't being played, but they're quite good. And that could be an option for us. Go on, Ings, just use the pace to get around that last defender. I think he's going to cut in here. No, he's not. Have a go, son. There we go, he's hit it past the keeper. 3-0. 3 points through to the next round. Simple as that. And it's good to know that we can always get a goal from Ings. Like, he'll come off the bench. He's got 1 less goal than ABOUBAKAR. And ABOUBAKAR starts every single Europa League game. So he's played 6, he's scored 3. Ings has probably played half the games, half the game time anyway, and got pretty much the same amount of goals. So it kind of shows how bad ABOUBAKAR really is, and his league form isn't that much better, and his cup form in like the Capital One Cup and stuff like that, we don't even play him, so that's completely irrelevant. So let's see if we can get a 4th here. So I think that's the full time there. Nice 3 points. We did get a couple of injuries to a couple of players, so we'll have to see whether they are out for a long time, because unfortunately it was as soon as we did our tactical substitutions, and I kind of do feel that maybe just making 2 tactical and then saving that last one for the last like 5 minutes could help us in the long run, but I think the game isn't that long and I don't think it really affects us. So a few results here that are quite interesting. I think Bayer Leverkusen beat Feyenoord, which is a important one to us. There is the 2 million that I was expecting for going through to the knockout stage, and that does put us on to 2.1 million, plus obviously the players we have, because we've got quite a few at the moment, and I'm going to consider to offload a few. So looking at the Premier League table, we are currently in 6th. Now if we win the next game, we can move up to 4th, and if we score 5 goals, we can actually go up to 3rd. I doubt we're going to score 5 goals, because we are playing Liverpool next, and I think if we win this game, we've got a very good chance in getting that top 4 finish by the end of this month. If not, it's going to be difficult, and we're going to have to see what we can do towards the end. We're going to have to make a few changes, as we did just play that game in the Europa League. So let's get into the lineups now. We've got, who is that goalkeeper? Requeo or something? Manquillo, Ilori, Lovren, Skirtle, Jose Enrique is a 5 at the back now. That's going to be a little bit annoying. Barini, Sterling and Jordan Ibe, the former Derby player, is up front. So it's quite an interesting one. It's going to be interesting to see how he can do with this 4-3-3. We've brought Ince and Dele Alli into the team because Hughes and Younes were a bit low on fitness, and I don't really see the point in playing a player that has similar ratings, and maybe you'll get a good result from the game. Go on, Jarvis, use that pace, get around to Mignolet or whatever his name is. There we go. 1-0. It wasn't Mignolet, but it looks like Mignolet in a way, so I kind of just called him Mignolet, and yeah, that's a very good goal, because the formation that Liverpool are playing, it's like playing 5 going forwards and 7 going backwards. So it's very difficult to break down, and them going forwards, it's going to be very difficult to stop him from scoring in this game. Sterling's through here. Can we stop him from working something? Oh, Barini. That's just annoying. It's really annoying that my defence really were all over the place. Like, there's Mings playing like centre-back, Figueiredo a bit too far wide, and then Callas just on the edge of the box. He was kind of trying to mark him, but I don't really want to touch Sterling in the box because he'll probably dive or something, and it'll be really frustrating because he's one of them players that are really weak, and if you touch him, he will go down. So we're going to have to work ourselves back into the lead again. But we got a free kicker on the left-hand side now. I don't want to really... I'm just going to lay it off because I don't want to hit the ball into the box and like lose the header and lose the momentum. Come on. Oh, fucking Coutinho outstrengths Mings there. What a fucking joke this game is. Like, why would that ever happen? Coutinho, one of the weakest players. But at the same time, we could have really won that game. But I think a point's kind of fair away from home. ABOUBAKAR, just fucking hell, what a terrible player. Like, let's have a quick look at how many goals he's actually got on the scout report, because it's quite silly. Like, if he's not... Where is he? There he is. 11 in 19, he's got 8 in the league, which 8 in 14. It's kind of okay. Like, I wouldn't mind that as the backup striker. Now, Ings has got 7 in the league in 17, and obviously that means he's played more, but he's not at the same time, because ABOUBAKAR plays at least 2/3 of the games, Ings only plays like a third, so it's just really annoying. Like, ABOUBAKAR, he's growing, he's in excellent form, but I don't really like him. He's not really working for me at the moment, and if we can get 15-20 million, like, at the start of the season we got at least, I think it was 25 million, but we only just got him in the January transfer window last year, so I don't know, he's just really frustrating me at the moment. At least he's scoring compared to Charlie Austin, who didn't score at all. Younes hasn't actually got a goal, which is a bit annoying, but look at them stats, just incredible. 87 ball control and 87 dribbling, obviously very good. And I don't know, just players in bad form like Aurier, Figueiredo. It is going to be an interesting January transfer window, that's for sure. But we're going to end off the episode here because I don't want to make the episodes too long. Plus, that Manchester City game to start off the next episode should be quite good. We've got a couple of scout reports here. Alexander Merkel, 79 rated, and we sold him when he was 73. So he's grown 6 ratings in the time of literally nothing, and that's really frustrating because that means he's worth a lot more now. I think we got... I can't even remember what we got for him. We did a swap deal. I think it was Jarvis, which is kind of okay because Jarvis is worth about 4 million, so it's a little bit annoying that we did sell him at the same time. But we do need a new CDM, and I think we've got a few here that we could potentially bring in. James McCarthy. I've looked at some of the older Derby players that we have sold recently as well. Milner we could potentially get. I think he's got 7 months left on his contract. Maybe we could bring him in. We've obviously got the new Derby County signings, and I just want something really good in this team. There's not one of those players like a big player that's over like 80 rated that can just do a fantastic job. We just don't have that at the moment. And ABOUBAKAR, he's not doing it. Like, what was it? Like 11 in 14, something like that. Anyway, I don't think it was even that good. I think it was 8 in 14. So I've got loads of strikers here. We're just putting scout reports on him. I'm going to definitely look into getting this guy because I think he could do very well in this 4-3-3. He is 32. He's going to be a lot cheaper than ABOUBAKAR and probably more effective. And there's a lot of other players, Morata. Potentially we could do a swap deal for him. And I don't know. ABOUBAKAR's just woeful, and we're not getting the goals from him that we need. So in the next episode, we're probably going to go into the January transfer window. So if you want to leave some comments down below on who you want me to sign, we'll play those 2 games. Then we'll go in the January transfer window. We have got the FA Cup, obviously, against Sheffield United. That'll be a nice one, obviously. Give a chance for some of the lower rated players to get a game. So if you did enjoy this episode, it'd be fantastic if we could get over 20 likes. Ridiculously good support on this series. I'm really enjoying doing it, and you guys seem to really enjoy it as well. So that's always good to know that you guys are enjoying the videos. And yeah, if you could smash over 20 likes, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Subscribe if you're on the channel, and see you soon. Bye.